Man, what's up with the what's up? It's your boy Tyrone Hunter back in the building with another edition of Kicking It with Uncle Tyrone. Today we're going to be discussing the 5 reasons why people are still single in 2024. Keep in mind, this may not apply to everybody, as well as the fact that there's definitely more than 5 reasons why people are single in 2024. But these are just a few that I want to point out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you stay to the end of the video. You definitely don't want to miss this one. This is episode 3. And be sure to check episode 2 and episode 1 for some more game. But check me out. Let's get right into it. So, a lot of people seem to think that they a good catch. You know, they think they God's gift to the world. They independent. They got their own. They got it going on. But they not asking themselves the question, why people are not choosing them. See, people got to be realistic and come to the point where they realize and understand that it can't be everybody else. And you got to start looking at you for who you are as an individual. Because for a lot of people, they just not humble, and that's one of the biggest issues. But we're going to start with number 1, right? The number 1 reason why so many people are still single in 2024 is because you're too arrogant. You seem to think life is all about you, that everybody else is beneath you, you're better than everybody, and people have to cater to you. All of these things are what you call selfish traits, and a relationship is about teamwork. So until you start thinking team instead of I, you will always be single. That one don't really need a big explanation. If you don't understand it, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is people have victim personalities, meaning they quick to blame others and not take accountability for their actions. Single people think that everybody in the world is the problem except them. And with this kind of attitude, it makes you bitter and egotistical to the point where you want to challenge everybody because you feel you have a point to prove. But in all actuality, a relationship is about love, not war. You can't be a person that wants to battle, that wants to fight everybody, that wants to be argumentative, that wants to be about a lot of toxicity and drama, and thinking that people gonna want to choose you to be in a relationship with or even stay in a relationship with you. You gotta work on your inner issues. That's nobody else's problem. You can't bring, that kind of stuff to a relationship and think that it's gonna work. Which is part of the reason why you're single, because you're not trying to work on those things. But without further ado, number 3, a lot of people lack good communication skills. They don't know how to talk to people, and it's just not going to work. If you don't know how to communicate, you definitely can't be in a relationship. And a lot of people, when they do talk to people, they tend to down talk people instead of lifting them up. What this says is you're not emotionally available for a relationship. Some of these types don't even know how to express their true feelings, thus making it difficult for people to understand them and where they're coming from. A lot of this is just deep-seated anger towards people who are not responsible for or who didn't cause the inner pain that they feel. So a lot of people are walking around, with pain, with rejection issues, with emotional trauma, with physical trauma, with mental trauma from previous relationships. And those are things that they haven't resolved. So they get into a new relationship, or, they're in the process of, seeking to be in a relationship with somebody. And then these issues come to the surface. If you have unresolved issues from previous relationships, or unresolved, trauma from previous relationships, or, your upbringing, how you grew up, you have to realize that those things are always going to be a hindrance when it comes to a relationship. So hopefully, you get the assistance that you need to resolve those things, and you could go on to have a healthy relationship. Because there's no way possible to have a healthy relationship when you have so many unresolved issues, And it's not a new person or a individual that you're courting. It's not their responsibility to help you resolve those issues. But moving right along to number 4. It's either your way or the highway. So many people got this mentality. And it caused people not to give other people a chance, and you run people away. Like, you think your way is the best way and the only way it's going to be. You don't have the capacity to consider others because you're selfish. And you also feel people should cater to you, which means you definitely don't believe in teamwork, make the dream work. And, it takes a team to be in a relationship. This is another one of those self-explanatory ones, where some people are so much on their high horse, they feel that they're the most qualified. They feel that their opinions, thoughts, and feelings are, what everybody else should follow. And, they think in such a singular way and mentality that there's no room for a team in that situation because it's kind of all about the I. Next one is, a lot of people tend to have a flawed value system. They feel if people don't have a certain amount of money, don't dress a certain way, haven't been to certain places, can't afford certain things, can't provide for them financially or materialistically, they feel people aren't worthy or deserving of their time. This kind of shallow thinking is not good. Realize that some of the most qualified people for relationships are regular, hardworking people. Now, let me stop there for a second. The same ones like, your car mechanics, the ones that work in Home Depot, the ones that work in the storage room and, certain jobs, the ones that do construction, the ones that are electricians, the ones that are plumbers, right? See, in order to have these kind of jobs and to hold on to these kind of jobs, you have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated, you have to be motivated, and you have to be a hard worker. These are all qualities that any relationship need to succeed. But, because people make a certain income, or don't make enough income, these people tend to be overlooked for relationships. And actually, these are the best people to be in relationships with, right? These are like you're dedicated and you're trustworthy as well as reliable people, because they got to be reliable to offer services to people, right? So you can't discount them. And then you got to understand, all the money in the world can't make nobody loyal or committed. Besides, rich people or people with a lot of money don't even have a lot of time to put in relationships. But these are the people that single people chase after the most. Single people chase after people that are not even looking to be in a relationship. It don't matter what they tell you. If somebody's rich, if somebody have an illustrious career, like those 6 and 7 figure earners that a lot of females think that they need, or the people that they desire to be in a relationship, these people are even not looking to be in a relationship with you. They're too busy. They don't have the time. They don't have the commitment capacity. You understand? So, and because some people can't get what they want, this is why they choose to be single. It's not that you can't get what you want, or that could possibly be it. You can't get what you want, but you should be searching for what you need instead of what you want. You should be searching for people that are qualified to be in a relationship, that's looking to be in a committed relationship, because anything other than that is going to doom you to failure, and you're going to go from situationship to situationship until, you're single and you find yourself single the way that you are now. It's like relationships take a lot of work, and, some people, they just got to come off their high horses and kind of explore people who really have interest in building a relationship. Money and materialism will never make a relationship successful, because a relationship is not something you can buy. So, you kind of need to give that some thought. And like I said, these are not all of the reasons why people are successful in 2024. These are just some of the reasons. But before you think to be in a relationship, you got to do some self-inventory, right? For one, you got to stop self-sabotaging. For two, you got to come down off your high horse. For three, and you got to realize that everybody else is not the problem. You kind of got to start looking in the mirror. By any way is this about being judgmental or judging anybody? These are just pointing out some things that you could possibly consider if you're looking forward to being in a relationship. It's no fun coming home and, to an empty house every day, year after year after year after year. these are some people's circumstances. We get that these are a lot of people's circumstances, for that matter, and it's okay. But if you want to be in a relationship, you have to make yourself relationship worthy. You can't think that everybody else have to be what you want them to be, because the same way you have requirements for a relationship, other people do as well. And it's all about balance. You can't see it one way. If you look out on the street, it's two ways that go, it's two-way highways. One set of cars going one direction, one set of cars going the other direction. So if your mindset is only to see things one way or in one direction, you're going to continue to be single. But yeah, this concludes another edition of Kicking It with Uncle Tyrone. This is episode 3. Again, you could go back and check episode 2 and episode 1. As I just, kind of give you some helpful information in terms of life in general. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can check out my short form videos, which are very inspirational. We go live a lot of times at 10 p.m. I usually post that ahead of time. So, if you want to get some more information, or you just want to stop by and say hi, wave, see what we doing, see what we got going on, feel free to do so. But until then, I'm going to catch you in the next one. You've been Kicking It with Uncle Tyrone. Enjoy.